Welcome along, everyone. How are you all? Yes. Lovely to see you. Welcome along to the Caulfield RSL. Welcome along to Collingwood night. 2 boys on the injury list, but they're looking primed and they're ready. They're coming down to meet you very, very shortly. I was just having a chat with Dan. He just wanted to know if his injury report has been updated. He's walking... Anyway, you'll see it in a sec. Nah, it's not that bad. It's all good. He'll be out here in a sec and you can judge for yourselves. But welcome along tonight. We're happy to have you here. These are the only live and active and interactive footy panel shows. This is where the fans meet the players, players meet the fans. What I mean by that is this is where you'll get your photo taken, you'll get an autograph, but you'll get to meet the players in a little bit of a different light. The shows are for the passionate supporters. I'm ready. What about you? Yeah. Good. All right. Collingwood show, April the 19th. Please welcome to the show. He is our first panellist. He was born on the 17th of July in 1998. He's played a total of 81 games. He's kicked 39 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2017. When he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he wears the number 1 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Patrick Lipinski.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together.
All right, thank you. Very nice, very sweet. Beautiful smile, girls. I mean, everybody, isn't it? Very lovely smile. Before we get too stuck in to, how the night's going to go, I just wanted to find out, how are you going, mate? I know you had your injury. It was really upsetting for you and you've had to go through the process of the rehabilitation and so forth. How are things tracking for you now?
Yeah, g'day everyone.
G'day everyone.
Yeah, how are you? No, the injury's going pretty well now. So I'm about 6 weeks post having my surgery and everything. So back fully running and did my first upper body weight session today. So
awesome.
on the mend. So probably more than halfway now, which is good. So
good.
Yeah, pretty excited to get back and play. It's been annoying having to watch every week.
Yeah, I was going to get to that stage, especially coming up to what is one of the biggest games next Tuesday. But without too much further ado, let's get our second panellist out here. He was born on the 24th of June in 1995. He's played a total of 166 games and he's kicked 141 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2014. When he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he wears the number 11 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Daniel McStay.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game.
Welcome, mate.
Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name.
Thanks, Sam. Thank you. They all want to see it, mate. I tried to not tell them, but they all want to see it. There it is. He's had the surgery. Everything's A-OK. He's all right. Could you confirm with me, Dan, just to put their minds at ease at the moment?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. It looks a lot worse than what it actually is. So I basically had surgery yesterday. Was in and out pretty much in an hour, and they didn't even put me under. I just did it with local. So
They breed them tough.
Yeah,
my God.
I'll get this off on Friday, just into a little splint, and then start running next week, and we'll be up and going.
There you go. All right, you're happy now? Everyone good? All right, good. There you go. All right, it's a footy panel show. We're going to get into a couple of little hot discussion topics that I want to go over with the boys. Then we're going to talk into finding out a little bit more about them in another little segment. I just want to go through this, boys, discussion points. The dangerous tackle. What does the future look like for the tackle, do you think? Just in your words, in your opinion.
I think, if you're going to tackle and you're going to, sling someone to the ground, you're going to be in trouble. So there's a duty of care that when you tackle, like when you bump, that you've got to kind of look after the bloke that you're tackling as well. So it is a tough, action when you've got split second decisions. So it's just going to be something that we're going to have to work through as a league and try and figure it all out.
Can you see the change already, Dan, within the playing group and also in the coaching staff as to implementations and ways that they're trying to eradicate just maybe the force that a tackle will ensue?
Yeah, well, it's actually funny. The one that Tay Adams did on the weekend, Fly really promotes gang tackling. We want to try and get 2 and 3 numbers to the tackle. So we're actually kind of coached that way. So it's really unfortunate that he was, he's now out for a week for that because we kind of applaud that. Absolutely.
Daniel, obviously the valid point. With you, Patrick, how do you see it? Do you see that it's all the duty of care becomes on the tackler and it's got to be manifestly adequate that you're putting the right amount of pressure on at the right time, but protecting the tackle at the same time? It's confusing and a tongue twister to say it, let alone put it into action.
Yeah, I think it's really tough. You can't really. It's an instinct sport, and you go on a tackle. Sometimes the guy with the ball twists his body, and then it almost promotes that kind of sling motion. But I think it is a good thing to try and get the sling out, with a lot of people having concussions and they'll end up missing a week or two anyway. So I think it is a good thing, but it's just going to be, challenging, and everyone's talking about it at the club now, and we'll probably all... You won't change too much, but you're going to have to be wary that if you sling, you could be pretty in danger. Yeah.
All right, understood. I just wanted to talk to you boys. You've just been through it. Patrick, again, excuse me for excluding you in this, but you just went to South Australia for Gather Round. I just want, in your opinion as well, because even though you weren't there, what was your take from it? Like, from both perspectives, you there playing as much as for the time that you did, right, but also you as an observant, as a watcher. What was your take from it?
Obviously going over to SA, it was actually an absolute buzz around the town. I know that I've never seen so many footy jumpers just walking around the streets. Even, I was still seeing Crows and Carlton's shirts on Sunday, like 3 days after the game. So, it was definitely a really strong buzz. I don't know if I agree with us playing the last game of the round. 6 games on Adelaide Oval. It wasn't ideal for Collingwood, but I think in theory it's a really good idea, and I reckon it's great for Adelaide as a city.
Carnival type atmosphere, opportunities for people to go away, see the wineries, get around and have a look at all the tourist locations. Obviously it's a great initiative, something you'd support moving forward. Obviously they've got it for another 3 years as well.
It's exciting. I think I think they could probably schedule a little bit better with having so many games on Adelaide Oval. They, especially with the rain and these sorts of things, the ground was pretty torn up towards the end. So, I think it's great for teams like Glenelg and other teams that have quality facilities to actually be able to put their facilities on show in the future years. So like Norwood did on the weekend, and the ground out at Mount Barker where the Brisbane Lions played, that looked amazing. So from all accounts, everyone was really happy with how it went.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, from your perspective, you're a viewer, you're watching it on the screen. How did you take it all in?
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. Just to have the whole footy community in one spot, it seemed really cool, and just putting on the school holidays, a lot of families can get up, and I feel like next year, having watched it this weekend, a lot of people will be like, I wouldn't mind going and going to 3 or 4 games. And from our perspective, it's good. We'll probably always play on Adelaide Oval, being Collingwood, which is nice. So we probably won't have to play at Norwood, which is also good for us. But I loved it. I'm looking forward to having that for the next few years, and it takes away one pre-season game and gives us an extra game that's important. So that's also awesome. And
nice that it's gone to Adelaide and not gone to Western Australia, because they're always bitching and whinging about something. So nice that they've got it, and we can celebrate it. It's only a short trip to get there. The last little topic that I wanted to discuss with you boys, game style and brand of football at the moment, and it's something that I probably have looked at from 2017. I thought Richmond were probably the team that adapted this style of football, and they went on and obviously won the flag in 2017. Now, as times have moved on, Fly's moved on from Richmond over to coaching, and you've got Leppich as well. So players that have come from, coaches that have come from Richmond. My point and my question to you is the defensive structure versus offence. I just want to read it out to you. The game with the stand rule has made the game a lot quicker. Fast ball movement is one of the byproducts. Defensive skills and associated pressure are the repercussions of this brand of football. It's exciting to watch, but you have to be quick to adapt. especially if you're a defender. You can see now, if there's a turnover between the arcs, that the ball is coming back in very quickly, and you are seeing some courageous acts as the pressure can be intense. And I'm just talking from a fan's perspective, let alone what you guys have to deal with in real time. You must defend, but you also need to find ways to goal, and accuracy is the key. What's your take on defence versus offence? Because it seems to be that brand of football is what Collingwood made their own last year. I mean, close games, nail-biters, but at the same time it was exciting to watch, really exciting to watch. And I'm finding that starting to creep in to other teams. I think Adelaide were probably good proponents of it over the weekend. What's your thoughts on the brand and style of football as to how quick it's moving?
Yeah, well, I think our team is definitely known as probably that offensive type of team, but we actually build everything off our really strong defensive foundations, like you're kind of alluding to there. And, you know, we have a really important focus on defence, and obviously when you watch us, you see we've got such immense pressure always on the ball, and from that allows us to play such a quick style. We get a lot of numbers to the contest, and then we can really move the ball quickly and get it forward. So I think they're very interlinked, you know, defence and offence. But it helps us play a really exciting brand because, we try to stop the ball as quick as possible and then move it back really quick. And it's so fun to play with. And I know, you know, Dan as a forward enjoys when the ball's coming in quick like that.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. What forward doesn't? I know Jamie Elliott's relishing the opportunity down in that position as well. What's your take from it, Dan, coming from Brisbane and then coming to Collingwood and then seeing the game plan, the style and the brand of football that they play? What's your take from it all?
Yeah, at Brisbane we were probably more of a kick mark sort of team. We used to try and build up the ball a lot more and played a fair bit slower. So coming to a team like Collingwood where they play with chaos, they want to move the ball fast, they flourish when mistakes are made, and as long as they try and fix them, and we get numbers around the ball. And as you guys know, it's an exciting brand of footy to watch and to be a part of. So everything that we do, it's, if you're around the ball, then you're trying to impact and get the ball going forward, and if they've got the ball, then you're trying to pressure. But it's the players outside the ball that are trying to set up. So it's whether they're trying to set up the field for defence, so that if they do turn that over and our pressure isn't good enough, that we've still got layers behind it to be able to stop them.
How good is that?
Yeah.
You're seeing players like, obviously Nick Day cost 42 possessions on the weekend, Brownlow, rising star, give him everything. But you're also seeing Tom Mitchell, what a great acquisition. And I said this when we got him across for the first show, and I said I want the Collingwood fans to meet him because he's just such a wonderful human being. I love watching him play football. He's a Brownlow medalist. He's come in, he's good in and under, and then you've got that outside run. And what an asset he's been since coming to the club.
Yeah, spot on. And there's also guys like Nathan Murphy who's been outstanding for us. And
absolutely.
Guys are really flourishing under Fly, and guys like Das, who he's absolutely flourishing in as a captain. And it's just so good to see so many guys that probably I didn't really know much about coming to the footy club and seeing how much of an impact they have on the footy club, and that's the reason why we are 4-1.
Brilliant, love it. Put your hands together for them, please. Thanks, boys. That was just a little bit of something different. I don't normally start off with that, but I wanted to do that tonight because I thought, let's talk to the boys about the aspects that I just want to allude to. I now want to get to know them a little bit better because I want you to get to know them a little bit better. And then as the show goes on, guess what? They're going to get to know you a little bit better. So let's start it off in our first little segment. It's called What About Me? All right. So what I'm going to do here, boys, I'm just going to ask you a series of questions. Not too personal, but just personal enough. Not enough that we'll get stalker ratings out of it. But I just want to get a little bit of insight. I wanted to know, what was your fondest memory of footy? What's the first thing that pops into your mind when you think about your fondness for football?
As in, like, growing up as a kid?
Yeah.
Probably for me would just be like putting on, I was a Bulldogs fan, so putting on my oversized Bulldogs jersey and heading down to Auskick and just dominating. No, I'm joking. But you know,
You had
just
me.
having fun at Auskick, and you kick a few goals, and then they tell you it's a draw every time.
Yeah.
But they're probably my first memories of footy, and that was always good fun.
Excellent, I like it. Dan, what was yours, mate?
Yeah, I didn't actually pick up footy until I was about 12. So, my parents didn't follow footy at all or anything. So, my fondest memory is probably actually starting, like, learning about footy through footy tipping at my school. Yeah.
Really?
So,
Wow.
I remember the first thing I knew about AFL was we were doing tipping, and so obviously you had the 8 teams to tip for the week, and round one I just tipped Carlton, and I didn't tip any other team. I'd never done tipping before, so I just had no idea, and that was how I started like learning about AFL through my teacher, and I eventually joined up, and the rest is history. So
How cool is that?
yeah.
Wow, good story. When you were a kid growing up, you've just actually alluded to that second question, but when you were a kid growing up, did you used to get dressed up in your footy gear and play around the house? Now, because you didn't pick it up until you were 12, I'm suggesting there was no chance of that happening for you. And you've already said that you like to wear your Western Bulldogs, so we'll quickly move on from that. Okay, all right. What was more important when you were growing up and playing footy? Was it, and I talk about playing footy with your mates, so at 12 you're starting to do that. Was it taking a specky or banging a serious goal? What was the one thing that...
Well, I used to play this game in my street, and we called it like Mark Goal of the Year. So kind of both. So we'd play markers up, and whoever would take the best mark on the day, you'd obviously try to take hangers. Would win that, but then we'd also try to kick the bananas and stuff, through the trees around the house.
Nice.
So that was probably what we did. But for me, I can't really take hangers, so I'd say kicking a nice goal was better for me.
I like it. Nice. Well explained.
Yeah, I'm probably the opposite. Always trying to take the big marks, big hangers. That's probably where I've, loved learning about, taking big hangers and all that from watching footy. And, I think that's probably my favourite.
It's interesting. I have spoken about you, Daniel, not behind your back, but to everybody, when they come to the shows. When we had Darcy Moore on and Jeremy Howard spoke about what a great acquisition you were going to be, because you're a really good, strong overhead mark. Like you can take the ball at its highest point, and you seem to be always capable of doing that. You were somebody that I used the term of saying you could be relied on when the ball comes down into your forward 50. Is that something that you've always had a focus on? And I know you just alluded to...
Yeah, I guess if you can't mark it, the next best thing is trying to bring it to ground. So, I try and pride myself on not losing one-on-ones and making sure that I can either, at very least, bring the ball to ground. So, if you mark it, that's an absolute bonus. So.
Brilliant, love it. All right. How much do you remember about your first game of AFL football? And what I'm talking about here is the lead up to it, like the night before, and then the morning of, and then what your ritual was or what you had for breakfast. Did you sleep much that night? Tell us about that. This is your first game of AFL.
Yeah, it was a great week. I think my first game was round 23 of my first year, and it was Bob Murphy's last game and Luke Hodge's last game, but then he came back. So it was like it was a cool game to be a part of. So
Sure.
I think I found out I was playing on the Tuesday or so, and they announced it, and then I just remember my phone blowing up, Instagram followers, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Plenty
wow.
of text messages. I was thinking I was pretty cool.
that's great.
And then I just tried to chill out and, enjoy it for what it was. But then a few hours before the game, I was getting ready I was going somewhere like at about 12 o'clock, and we were playing at 7 p.m, and my car broke down and wasn't working. So then I had to get the mechanics out, fix it. So that was lucky, got that done, but it took a few hours out of it, and then got to the ground and got some good advice from Bob Murphy, who said just don't be afraid to smile and just take it all in. When you run out, make sure you take the whole crowd in and enjoy it.
Wow.
So that was my main memory from that first game, and he gave me my first kick, so that was nice.
How cool is that? I love
it. We lost, and I kicked 3 points and we lost by 9, so that was probably the reason we lost. So. But it was great fun.
That's brilliant. Thank you. Good story. Excellent.
Yeah, my first game, I actually found out I was playing my first game from Leper, who's now a coach, on my birthday. So that was pretty cool. It was on a Tuesday. So I was able to...
24th of June,
Yeah, 24th of June. So I was able to get the family flown up and everything up to Brizzy. We played in North Melbourne, so it was a bit of a dead rubber game. A couple of teams down the bottom.
Yeah.
I can't remember much of the lead up, but the one thing that I don't think I'll ever forget is there was about 4 or 5 seconds left in the game. I grabbed the ball to kick the ball out. and we're up by 4 points, and I stepped on the line. So back in those days, it was a ball up. So these days it would have been just another stat. But unfortunately, we managed to clear the ball and we won by 4 points. But if they had kicked a goal from that, geez, it would have been I don't know if I would have ever played another game of footy.
Not kind of the one memory that you didn't want to have. That's great though. Was there a player that you most wanted to meet, or someone that you idolised at the Collingwood Football Club before you got there?
Pretty obvious answer would be Pendles. Yeah, definitely wanted to meet him and just see what he was like.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's really cool. So he's a good guy. So that was pretty exciting.
Okay.
And then maybe like Jamie Elliott, because I was a bit nervous to meet him at the start. I thought he'd be a big tough guy, but he's like really, really nice and just the most chill bloke ever. And he's such a legend as well. So
boy.
Probably those two.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably the same. Like Scott Pendlebury, like he's literally probably the greatest player of Collingwood's history. So to like just be around him and learn from him and see what made him be able to be in the system for 18 years is incredible. So it's been nice to actually be locker buddies with him and get to know him. It's been pretty cool.
That's 10 and 11 in case anyone wanted to know.
And then probably Howie. Howie's another one. I like taking big marks, so learning off him is obviously pretty good as well. So he can take a fair hanger in his time. So
yeah, great. Can I just ask you both, when you're out there and you're playing with Scott on the ground, do you like when we watch it or when I watch it, it does look like he can make time stand still. He's just so gifted at being able to slow the play down. Do you see that as well? Is that?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this the other day. We were in training and I remember Scott had the ball and I was like, geez, I reckon I'm in a pretty good spot here. I wonder if he'll be able to see me. And sure enough, he just put it on my chest. And like he just does that time and time again. I guess that's what makes him such a good player. So
that's brilliant.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. The way he just be able to create time and space.
Yeah, great. Who was the team or the club that you disliked the most when you were growing up? Did you have a team that you just really didn't like?
Oh, it probably was Collingwood. Wow,
I didn't expect that.
You kind of grow up. Everyone normally hates Collingwood, so it probably was. Yeah. It was Collingwood, unfortunately. But I feel like that tide's starting to change with people from other clubs. Really like what we're doing with Fly and how we play. It's so fun.
True.
So maybe that's changing for the newer generation.
Yeah, good.
Kids.
Yeah, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I was an Essendon supporter growing up. So.
Yeah, right. Okay, there you go. That's cool.
So, obviously, wasn't a massive fan of Collingwood growing up either. But obviously respected the Anzac Day clashes and that, and was able to go to one in my life. So I'm looking forward to going to my second this week. So
that's brilliant. That's excellent. All right, picture this, guys. One day you're driving along on the freeway and you happen upon a bus or a billboard and you feature on it. You feature on that billboard, on that bus, or on that taxi or anywhere. What's your first reaction when you see that? What do you think it'd be?
Shit. I don't know. I don't know if I'd get on a footy billboard. So
you don't reckon?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe Cotton On?
Yeah, it could be a little photo shoot or something. I reckon for me, maybe. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I always like that response. Dan, have you ever been anywhere where you've driven past and go, oh, wow, hey, that's me?
No, probably. My reaction would probably be like, surely they've got someone else better they could use.
It's just one of those things. I just have to ask the question. I just needed to know. Who impressed you most down at the club? Like with their work ethic, their training, their diligence, everything that they do, they cross all their T's and dot their I's. Is there someone, probably apart from Pendles, I don't know, but is there someone that really stands out for you?
I think the Dacos boys are pretty, like both of them, they're very professional. They're always doing, extra weights, coming in on their days off, doing saunas and ice bars and those kind of recovery things. But, we've got a really great group of a lot of people who do a lot of things above and beyond, and that's probably coming out in our footy. But, it's pretty hard to go past those guys and how well they play, and especially this pre-season, like Nick was just like you could tell he was going to go to another level, and obviously, you know, this first 5 rounds he's averaging like 36 touches a game or something. So
phenomenal.
Yeah, he's doing very well. So pretty hard to not be impressed by him.
Absolutely, I hear you.
Yeah, I'll say Tommy Mitchell. I've been really impressed by him. I can obviously see why he's a Brownlow medalist. He's like, the boys call him the shark at training because he's always just moving. I don't know if you know about sharks, but apparently if they stop moving, they die. So he at training, he literally does not stop moving. One minute he's doing boxing, next he's on the push bike, next he's bloody in the weight room. Like, he just doesn't stop. So he's always tinkering around and working on his body. So he's pretty phenomenal.
No, that's great. Excellent. 2 last questions here for you boys. What's the weirdest or stupidest thing that you've ever been asked to sign?
Oh, on the weekend, there was a lady down in Adelaide and she had Bo McCreary's signature tattooed on her chest here and Jamie Elliott here, and she was asking all the boys to sign her leg because she was going to the tattoo artist.
Really? Wow. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
That is odd. Probably like an arm or something.
Okay.
But not like a kid, like someone who's a bit... Like someone older asking for their arm to get signed or something. Yeah. Maybe that.
Okay. And here's your last one. Did you, and I know that, Dan, that you didn't start getting into footy until you were 12, but did you used to collect footy cards at any stage in your life? And if you did you ever think that you'd see yourself on one, and what was your reaction when you first saw yours?
I did not expect to be on a footy card. I remember, I'm pretty sure my mum's got the whole collection at home. She's probably the only person that's buying them off eBay. So, it was pretty surreal. To see your action shot on a card is just something that, I never thought it would happen. And, I guess it's kind of cool, but, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I collected footy cards like religiously from like maybe prep till grade 5 or 6, and would trade them, do all that stuff, and I think I'd memorise like every player, like their height and weight. Like I was like just a nerd about footy cards. So yeah, the dream is to get on one, but I don't think I've made it yet. I don't think I'm on the team coach footy card. I might just be on a random footy select card, which is still cool, but the ones that you get in the newsagents, I don't know if I've made it. But
but you're working on it, and it's on its way.
Maybe in 2 years and I'm back.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, there you go. How cool is that? Please put your hands together for the boys. Thanks, guys. All right. I'm going to give them a little bit of a break. I'm going to do a little bit of talking. So we're going to talk about the football because we've got round 6 coming up this weekend. I'm going to ask the boys for their tips, and they can give me either a one-word answer, or you can go into deliberate it into a little bit further if you want. So we'll go into round 6. It kicks off on Friday, April the 21st. First, it's Fremantle in 11th position versus the Western Bulldogs, who are in 14th. The game is at 6:10 p.m. at Optus Stadium. Freo coming off a 10-point win against the Suns. Doggies coming off a 14-point loss to Port. Waitman a handy inclusion with 4. Lobb coming up against his old side. Who do you think is going to win this one, boys? Freo versus Bulldogs at Optus.
Hopefully Freo. I'm hoping they get the win. That'd be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Freo will probably get the win. Yep. Optus is a bit of a fortress, I guess. So they haven't been in the best of form, but I feel like they'll get it done. They've
been a little bit hit and miss, although they improved last week. As I said, obviously they come off a 10-point win. Let's go to this game. Saturday, April the 22nd, Port versus West Coast, 1:15 p.m. Port are in 9th position. Adelaide are in 7th position. Port beat the Doggies in a very wet encounter. They were good when they needed to be. Port had 8 individual goal kickers. West Coast went down by 47. I thought it could have been a lot more. Either the Cats took their foot off the gas, or the Eagles just played a better brand of footy in the last quarter, which made the scoreboard look a lot better. I think it was probably a mixture of the two. What do you think here, boys? Port versus West Coast?
Yeah, I'll go Port in that one.
Yeah? Okay.
Port pretty comfortably, I would have thought.
Port, okay, all right, seems pretty simple. Let's go to this one. Again, Saturday, April the 22nd, 12th position, GWS versus Brisbane in 8th, 4:35 at Manica Oval. GWS got across the line thanks to some Harry Himmelberg. He took a dying seconds mark and goal and then went down the other end and touched the ball on the very last line of defence, giving the Giants a 2-point win. Brisbane got some much needed goal kicking practice downing the Roos by 75 points. Danaher with 5, Hipwood and Cameron with 4 apiece. The best thing about Gather Round was that we didn't have to listen to their favourite songs being played after each goal. 13 goals with no Denver and no Diamond. Sorry, Dan, being an ex-Brisbane boy, but that's what I liked about it. Who do you think would win this game between GWS and Brisbane?
Yeah, I'm going to go Brisbane this one as well. But, yeah, it is annoying when you play against them and you have that music. And then
Take Me Home Country Road.
And every
Come
time
on.
Charlie Cameron just kicks 5. So you hear that song that much. It's
That's
so
it.
annoying.
If you had to listen to those 2 songs that they played, which is Neil Diamond and John Denver 13 times, that'd be enough football for me for a year. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to go for GWS on this one.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's always nice to watch your old team lose.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Nice. Again, Saturday, April the 22nd, Geelong in 10th position versus Sydney, who are in 5th. This is at 7:25 down at Alphabet Stadium. Last year's grand finalists meet again, this time down at Alphabet Stadium. Geelong back into some form. I'm not 100% convinced yet. I think this will be a real test for them. Sydney were pretty convincing, coming out 44-point winners over the Tigers. Papley cleaned up with a bag of 6. What do you think here? Geelong versus Sydney at GMHBA.
I'm going to go Geelong. I feel they've got a lot of their best team back now.
Yep.
And they, last year they kind of got in their groove after, the first few weeks as well. So I think they'll be tough to beat.
Wow.
Yeah, Geelong are always hard to beat down there. I feel like that's probably the hardest place to win footy games. So, I'll probably go Geelong.
Okay, mate. All right, good. Let's go to this game then. This is on Sunday, April the 23rd. We've got a lot of games to get through, but it's spread out over a whole week. This is Hawthorn, who are in 18th position, versus Adelaide, who are in 7th. This is at 1:10 p.m. down at UTAS Stadium. Hawks are having great starts to their games. They just get run over in the second and third, and then the damage is done. They go close to knocking off the Giants, but it wasn't to be. Crows, every bit the dominant force from Gather Round, beating the Blues by 56 points. They got off to a nice start and never looked back. Their forward line is working nicely. Fogarty with a bag of 5. What do you think?
I'll go Adelaide this game. They looked unbelievable the other night. But Hawks at UTAS, they were pretty hard down there, even in the pre-season game. So I'll give them a decent chance, but Adelaide just getting the win.
Well said.
Yeah, Adelaide for me. Too much firepower going forward.
They're really coming into their own at the moment. This game again on Sunday. This game, Carlton in 4th position versus St Kilda, who are in 1st. 3:20 p.m. at Marvel Stadium. There'll be a lot of interest in this game, 1st versus 4th. 2 teams wanting to show the footy world their improvement. They've gained progressing into 2023. The Saints weren't too bad against the Pies on Sunday. But what did you guys make of their form, and how do you think this game would go? Carlton v St Kilda.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go St Kilda on this one. I just feel like they're probably in better form at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, they pushed us right to the end.
Yeah.
And they've got a fair few injuries still, but they've got a few coming back. So I feel like they'll definitely give Carlton a good run for their money.
Nice.
I'm going to go Carlton. I feel like they'll respond they had a pretty tough game against Adelaide. So I feel like they'll come out pretty hard and give Saints a good run.
It's a valid point, that part here, where I've suggested that they want to show everybody, the footy world, their improvement, moving and progressing, because there's a lot of hype around both Ross Lyon coming back. What can Vossi do? You guys have had a chance now. Let's see what you're made of. Moving on to this game, April the 23rd, Sunday. It's 16th Gold Coast, who are in 16th position, versus North Melbourne, who are in 13th. 4:40 p.m. at Heritage Bank Stadium. Both teams coming off the loss. I think they'll be locking the gates at half-time to keep everyone in. 2 teams on the improve, though. What do you think, boys?
Blockbuster this one. I'll go Gold Coast.
I'm going to go North for this one.
Yeah, okay, nice. Let's do that. Monday, April the 24th. Now we're getting into next week. This is the Anzac Day Eve. This is Melbourne, who are in 6th position, versus Richmond, who are in 15th. It's at 7:25 p.m. at the mighty MCG. A very special event, this one. I love the ceremony that takes place under the darkness of the MCG. The lighting of the cauldron. Melbourne will be stinging after their loss to the Bombers, and then there is the atmosphere created by such an event. Everyone lifts a little more for Anzac Day. Melbourne have got Gawn, Brown and Lever coming back in. Very handy inclusions. Richmond with no Lynch, no Nankervis, no Graham, no Broad, and maybe Short should come back in. Who do you think might win this one, guys?
With Gawn coming back, that changes a lot. So I'll go with Melbourne here.
Yeah, okay.
too much like ruck power. Definitely go Melbourne on that one.
Yeah, cool. Let's introduce this segment because this is the one that you guys want to know a little bit about. We'll do it in our segment called Playing to Win. All right. Feel free to grab a drink as I said, guys. This is on Tuesday, April the 25th. We all know what day that is. A very special day on the Australian calendar. Anzac Day. It's Collingwood in third position versus Essendon, who are in second position. 3:20 p.m. at the MCG. The big one. Probably the biggest game each year. Thank you, Sam. Outside of the finals. These are the games you want to be part of. It's pretty tacky, isn't it? I didn't mean... When I wrote that, I didn't think that, But my point being, and what I mean by that is that you do want to be part of those games because it is something special. It's something, the game that you would always want to be. If you're not playing in finals, you'd love to be playing Anzac Day. Great that you're going to be there, but as I said, I'm just being honest and I know you'd love to be out there. A couple of interesting takes from the weekend, though. Firstly, there'll be no Taylor Adams. He was handed a 1-week suspension for a dangerous tackle. I know the competitor that he is and he'll be disappointed with that outcome. You'll also be missing a few other key personnel in Mason Cox with internal bleeding on the spleen, which seems a lot more serious. I hope that's on the improve. Yep.
I hope so.
Yep. Patrick's right there with me.
Yeah.
But let's hope so anyway, for his benefit. Darcy Cameron's still 4 to 6 weeks away with his knee, and a concussion to Nathan Murphy in what has been a well-publicised hit off the ball. Longer-term injuries to Jezza with his horrific broken arm from round 2. He's progressing well, both physical and psychological from that perspective. But over to you two. Patrick, you're still on track for a return somewhere around rounds 13 to 15. Is that sort of the goal?
Yeah, I'm pushing as early as possible, but we just got to see how it recovers. And with now I'm getting into some weights and getting my strength back. It'll just be about getting that up to even with my good shoulder, and then I'll be keen to get back in.
Can I ask, just in relation to the injury, it was an injury that you'd done previously and then re-injured. Is that the case? Can you tell us a little bit?
Yeah. Last year my shoulder kept slipping in and out, so it wasn't a fully dislocate, but it would keep slipping. Pretty much every game it would happen, so I had to get a surgery over the off season to fix that up. Yep. So then did all the rehab, and then first game back just got a really big hit, and it kind of broke the bone a little bit. So then my shoulder dislocated, but my surgery was still intact. So it's kind of similar injury, but it was a little bit different. Yeah. So then I had to have another surgery, a different one. So it was pretty annoying, but it's just that's the way footy goes sometimes.
For sure, mate. Absolutely. Dan, we've alluded to the fact. I'll read what I've written down. Dan, you had some hand damage on the weekend, tendon damage in one of your fingers. How's that looking? Well, we know now. 6 weeks you're going to be on the sidelines for us. Worst case scenario?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I wanted to move on to the Bombers. They've got their own headaches. Their captain Merritt will also be spending it on the sidelines due to his 1 week suspension. So you get two tough on ballers missing from both sides. 2 metre Peter out for the Bombers, line up with his shoulder, not due back until somewhere around 17, 18, maybe even round 19, which is a long season. And it's only round 6. Another 17 more weeks to go, boys. Woo! We will quickly just touch on last week's game against the Saints. It was pretty tight in the contest, not a lot of room to move. The Saints, under the guidance and tutelage of Ross Lyon, restricted ball movements as he likes to do and play to their strengths. That defensive brand of football, they're ranked around 1 or 2 in defensive pressure, and they love to use the boundary line, not so much the corridor. I think the game style suits them at the moment due to the key personnel that are missing, Membry and King especially. You guys will be going in missing out on a few of your own key tools, but a couple of positives. Looks like you'll maybe get Nathan Kruger back.
Yeah, he played in the VFL on the weekend, so not sure who they're going to pick, but he could be in frame. And he's always really exciting, and he's a great player.
He is very exciting. He goes pretty hard at the ball.
Yeah, he's a bit reckless.
No 2 ways about that. Must be that rock hard head. But that'd be great to see him back. I thought Frampton was good in the ruck for you on the weekend as well. Not that you had a lot of choices to go to. What was your take from having Billy in there?
I guess kind of that point. We didn't have a lot of numbers, and I guess St Kilda didn't have a very tall back line, forward line. So we knew that if we could take Frampton out of there, whereas this week they've actually got some tools. They got they play 2 rucks. They've still got Harry Jones and these sorts of players. So we'll probably need Framo down back. So. maybe Kruger, maybe someone else. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
We might go real small and put Pendles in there or someone. I don't know. Just mix it up.
Throw your Rolls Royce down there, why not? Absolutely. I agree with you in that fact. It is going to be different because you said 2 rucks with Phillips and Draper, so it's going to be an interesting contest. Every game presents its challenges. The next 3 games are a good example of that. The Bombers on Anzac Day, then the Crows in Adelaide, and then the Swans at the G. So you've got 3 big weeks of football coming up. But I know what we're going to say here. It's just 1 week at a time, all right? So I'll save you the hassle of doing that. So back to Anzac Day. Any lover of Aussie rules football really appreciates what this day represents and to play in it. What an honour. Tell us what the day means to you and the education lessons you were given by the club about what the impact of such a game has across the community.
Yeah, well, I was lucky enough to play in it last year, and it was unbelievable. Tomorrow we're going to the Shrine of Remembrance to. I'm not sure what we're doing, but we'll obviously have some education about what the Anzacs did for us. So it's such a special game, and the minute silence before the game is like spine tingling. And it's just like you said, it's the game you want to be a part of. It's part of the reasons probably both Dan and I came to the club as well is to play Anzac Day every year. So it's gonna be amazing, and keen to learn about everything tomorrow and watch the boys on the weekend.
That's beautiful.
It should be good.
Yeah, very happy for you. How do you think this game will be played? Have you got a game plan, but have you got an idea? How do you think what are you going to have to do to negate Essendon when we talk about their tools? We talk about their defensive pressure. What do you think?
It's going to be one in the middle, I reckon. They've got some really good informed midfielders, and so do we. It'll be a pressure game, and we need to stop their firepower up forward. Guys like Stringer, he'll turn up on Anzac Day. So it's just whether we can match it with them, and or in fact if they can match it with us. So
that's better. I like it. Well done.
It'll be a great game, and hopefully we'll see 90 to 100,000 there.
Yeah. Everyone's seen the weather. It's going to be like 24, 25 degrees. It's going to be fabulous. So you get up, go to the dawn service, get down to the MCG. What a fantastic day. Well, I think we've been blessed. The only one I can really remember, I think David Zorakis kicked that goal where it was raining, pelting down. But we've been really blessed with good weather on Anzac Day. I just wanted to say to both of you, good luck to both of you moving forward. All the best to you. Heal, rest, recover, repeat. All right, that's what the process that you have to go through right now. I just wanted to say thanks to both of you for your insight. If all these lovely people could put their hands together for you, that'd be great. Thank you, boys.
Thank you.
So I'll introduce a segment. It's called Simply the Best. All right, there we go. So I'll ask you a series of questions. You buzz in, boys will keep score. Here comes your first question. How many premierships has your club won?
Andrea.
Lexi.
15.
15 is correct. She's off the mark. Wonderful. That's it. Feel free to clap any time you like. It's all good. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final?
Lexi. 27.
27 times. Wow. Lexi's on fire. All right. Who is your team's captain?
Andrea.
Oh. Lexi, yeah. All right, Lexi. Darcy Moore is correct. Well done. 3 out of 3. All right. Who wears the number 7 at Andrea. Josh Dacos is correct. Well done. She's off the mark. Well done. Closest to within 1,000. How many members is your...
Andrea. 100,000.
It's 100,384. So, yes, you got it. Well done. 100,384. All right, here we go. Question number 6. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home run?
Andrea.
Oh, Andrea. 4th is correct. Well done. All right. How many games did your team win last year? Andrea.
16.
Oh, now we've got a game going on. 3 versus 4. All right. What year did your team last win a grand?
Andrea.
Oh, Andrea.
2010.
2010 is correct. And not a bonus point, but who did you play?
Lexi Killer.
It wasn't for a point. Nice try, Lexi, but that's all right. Just 1 point. Well done. How many points did you
Andrea.
win? Oh, Andrea.
56.
Whoa, very good. I leave this sheet lying down there or something. This is amazing. You guys are fantastic. Who was the Collingwood player? Lexi?
Dane Swan, 34, 2011.
No.
Oh, okay, Brody
No.
Marchek, 41.
Sorry?
Brody Marchek, 41 goals.
No. No, she's seen this sheet. This is amazing. No, that's not the question. It was, which you now get free shot at, Andrea. Who was the Collingwood player that won the Norm Smith medal in that grand final?
The replay.
Yeah, the 2010 one, yes.
Scott Pendlebury.
Correct. There you go. All right. So what do we got? 6 versus 4. All right. Here we go. It's getting close now. For 2 points, who was your club's leading goal kicker?
Lexi.
Lexi.
Brody Marchek, 41 goals.
Yes. Yeah, she got it. There she goes. She knows. All right. She's rehearsed this. I don't know how, but she's bloody good at it. You're very, very good, you two. Okay, this is for 3 points. So it's 6 versus 6. All right? 6 versus 6. It's getting hairy. This is for 3 points. Player, year... Lexi.
Dane Swan, 2011, 34.
Yes. Yeah. 3 points. She got it. Wow. Okay. All right. This is unbelievable. All right. Either they like the show or they just are really bloody good at this. I love it. I will give you 3 player names. Give me their combined total jumper numbers. All right? So you're going to have 3 player jumper numbers. You go add the jumper numbers up and give me the combined total. Your first one is... Your first one is Josh Dacos, Nick Dacos, still side bottom.
64.
64 is correct. She's got an abacus on her. That's amazing. 64. That's right. So what are we looking at? 10 versus 6. All right, last question. Same question again. Same applies. Jack Crisp, Jeremy Howe, Darcy Moore.
103.
No. Andrea.
25. Sorry, Jack Chris.
Jack Crisp, Jeremy Howe and Darcy Moore.
$93.
Yes, there you go. 93 it is. Congratulations. That was fantastic. You two, simply amazing. What do we call the segment? Simply the best. Wow. Amazing. Seriously, I love it. What I've got here, and I might, Daniel, you can do the honours if you'd like to pass that to Lexi. Lexi, what you've won is a set of Yamaha earbuds valued at $190. All right? So, well done. Andrea, you don't go home empty-handed. No one's a loser at That's Good for Footy. You've got a That's Good for Footy football, all right? Oh, thank you very much. Well done, ladies. They were brilliant. Well done, girls. Simply the Best was proudly brought to you by Yamaha and the Big Picture people. They are the experts in home theatre technology. The Big Picture people are located in Hoppers Crossing, Clyde North, South Morang, Cheltenham Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. That was amazing. Absolutely brilliant. All right, let's introduce the segment. It's called... What is it called? Who are you? All right, you boys are going to be keeping score again. Alana's going to be going first, so guess what? Patrick's going to be keeping score for you, Alana. Are you excited and pumped?
Yep.
Yes, good. I like to hear it. So I'm going to read out all the players' jumper numbers. You're going to give me their Christian name and their surname. We'll see how many you can get in the 45 seconds. If you don't think you know the answer, pass, all right? Here comes your first one. Number 2.
Jordan De Goey.
Correct. Number 36.
Harvey Harrison.
Correct. Number 8.
Trent Bianco.
Correct. Number 22.
Still Sidebottom.
Correct. Number 26.
Reef McKinnon.
Correct. Number 5.
Jamie Elliott.
Correct. Number 29.
Joe Richard.
Correct. Number 17.
Billy Frampton.
Correct. Number 35.
Nick Dacos.
Correct. Number 21.
Trey Roscoe.
Correct. Number 33.
Jack Inovan.
Correct. Number 4.
Brandon Maynard.
Correct. Number 25.
Jack Ritz.
Correct. Number 6.
Tom Mitchell.
Correct. Number 11.
Daniel McStay.
Correct. Number 14.
Darcy Cameron.
Correct. Number 41.
Brody Marchek.
Correct. Number 16.
Edward Allen.
Wow. That is amazing. 16. Alana, that's fantastic. Well done, darling. Can I ask, how do you do that? Do you like go into the locker rooms and like, what is it?
When they play.
That's amazing. Well done. All right, that's the end of that segment. Thanks for coming up. That was great. No, Alana, well done. Sam, you've got your work cut out for you.
I know I do.
That was one of the best I've seen this year, and that was really, really good. You should be very proud of yourself. But you'll be right, okay? Lots of confidence. Feel good about yourself. We're going to start 45 seconds on the clock with your first one. Daniel's going to be keeping score for you, okay? Here comes your first one, number 19.
Arlo Draper.
Correct. Number 23.
Bobby Hill.
Correct. Number 7.
Josh Dacos.
Correct. Number 24.
Jacob Ryan.
Correct. Number 10.
Scott Pendlebury.
Correct. Number 3.
Alex Aquina.
Correct. Number 28.
Nathan Murphy, the GOAT.
Correct. Number 13.
Taylor Adams.
Correct. Number 1.
Pat Lipinski.
Correct. Number 30.
Darcy Moore.
Correct. Number 15.
Nathan Kruger.
Correct. Number 31.
Barry McCreary.
Correct. Number 18.
Finn McRae.
Correct. Number 32.
Will Hoskin Elliott.
Correct. Number 38.
Jeremy Howe.
Correct. Number 46.
Mason Cox.
Correct. Number 20.
Will Kelly.
Correct. Number 2.
Jordan DeGoey.
Number 36.
Harvey Harrison.
Correct. Number 8.
Trent Bianco.
Wow. What's going on here tonight? Like, people knowing the answers to everything. You guys, you two were seriously amazing. Wow. I thought you'd have your work cut out for you, but you came out and you both smashed it, and I'm really proud of you both. That was absolutely wonderful. I wish I could give you so much more. All I've got is that's good for footy football. But that's something, and that's good. You guys were both brilliant. The boys the boys will sign it for you later on, okay? So well done to both of you. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Alana. That was amazing. Wow. Well done. First, we'll introduce the segment. Okay, it's called Say My Name. Perfect. All right, here we go, Mandy. Yep. So just test your buzzer for me.
Mandy.
Excellent.
Anne-Marie.
Beautiful. I like it. Let's go with this then. Here's your first one. Do you know who these players are? Captain Blood.
Mandy.
Mandy. Jack Dyer. There you go. See? 1 point. There you go. No. These are players from the 70s, 80s and 90s. Not Collingwood players. These are players from everywhere. Super Boot.
Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie.
Teaster?
Who?
No.
No? Who do you think?
Is it Quinlan?
Yes, Bernie Quinlan. Well done. 2 points. The Flying Doormat.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Bruce Drew.
See, she's got a confidence now. I like it. Diesel.
Mandy.
Mandy.
What's his name? Greg Williams.
Yes, well done. 4 out of 4. Plugger.
Mandy.
Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie. Mandy.
There's only one. Tony Lockett.
Yes, there it is. Okay, 1 point. That's good. At least Daniel feels like he's playing now. This is good. All right, here we go. The King.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Wayne Carey.
Wayne Carey it is. Lethal.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Lee Matthews.
Yes, well done. Hungry.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Kevin Bartlett.
Kevin Bartlett, well done. The Kid. The Kid.
Mandy.
Yes.
Dermot Brereton.
Dermot Brereton. There we go. How many has she got? 8 versus 1. Come on, Anne-Marie. All right. Sticks.
Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie.
Stephen Kernahan.
Yes, Stephen Kernahan. The Flying Dutchman.
Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie.
Paul van der Haar.
Yes, well done. All right, here she comes. She's on the way back. The Flea.
Mandy. Dale Waitman.
Yes, very good.
Did you get that
Who did you think it was?
Yeah, the Flea. This was 70s, 80s playing.
Brisbane player. Gary Wilson.
Oh, yeah, nah. No. But we don't mind. You can have a point for it if you want. Yeah, that's fine. The Chief.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Jason Dunstall.
Yes, it is. Rocket.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Eade. Rodney Eade.
Rodney Eade. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Polly.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Graham Farmer.
Yes, excellent. T-shirt.
Who?
T-shirt. Who said that? Very good girl. Tommy Hafey, you get the point.
Anne-Marie.
No, that's good.
Tommy Hafey.
Yeah.
I've got it on. I've got his
Very nice, very nice. A couple more for you. Buddha.
Mandy.
Mandy.
Gary Hocking.
Oh, she's good, this girl.
He
That-
changed his name.
yeah, well, he went to Whiskers as well, but I'm not doing that.
So I was going to say Whiskers.
Yeah, all right. You two can fight when you get back to the table. The Dominator.
Mandy. Yeah. Wayne. Schwartz. Wayne Johnson.
Wayne Johnson, perfect. A couple more for you. Sauce.
Mandy.
Oh, me.
Mandy,
Stephen Silvani.
perfect. Monkey,
Oh, me.
yes. Who? Are you Monkey?
Monkhurst, Damien Monkhurst.
Damien Monkhurst, well done. Couple of last ones. Horse,
Mandy.
me.
John Longmire.
perfect. And here's your last one. The Rat.
Mandy.
Anne-Marie.
Mandy. Anne Marie.
Platten.
Platts, John Platten. What they finish up with, 6 versus 10. Wow! How cool is that? Oh, look at that. I love it. Really good friends until they get back to the table. That's fantastic, ladies. Thank you very much for participating. I've actually got a football for you each, okay? But I'll give it to you at half time. You can get it signed and everything, all right? Well done, ladies. That was wonderful. Good stuff. All right, I've got one little last segment I just want to do with you boys. Then what we're going to do is we'll go over there, we'll do the photos very quickly, do a couple of autographs, and then we'll come back up. What I want to do is just ask you these questions. I'll introduce the segment. It's called What Can I Say? All right, you guys just answer these questions however you feel, all right? One word answer or a little bit more intricate, whatever you want. Do you like running through the banners?
Yep, love it.
Love it?
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon they're pretty cool.
Yep, pretty cool. All right. The siren has gone. You need a goal to win the game. Who do you hope has got the ball in their hand to win it for you?
Well, obviously Jamie, but I'm going to go Howie.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jamie. It's got to be Jamie.
Got to be Jamie. Got to be Jamie. Collingwood supporters are
Passionate, that's a great way. Yeah. And awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, the best.
the best. All right. There you go. Do you prefer a day or a twilight grand final?
I prefer a day. I just feel like you've got more time to party on afterwards.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say day as well.
Yep. Good. You've been reincarnated as an animal. What sort of an animal are you coming back as?
Hopefully like a lion or something cool like that.
Okay. Yeah.
that'd be-
Long
that'd-
flowing mane and
Yeah, a little mane and just king. Yeah,
I
that'd be
get it.
good.
King of the jungle. Yep. Cool.
Yeah, right, we'll go with the magpie.
All right, nice. Okay, it was him, not you. All right. Which of these things gets you pumped the most before a game? Is it the smell of deep heat, fresh cut grass, pulling on the jumper, strapping on the boots, a footy in your hands, or the sound of the crowd?
Sound of the crowd before the first bounce. That gets me
Yeah.
hyped.
Cool.
It's usually D Moore's music. He gets us going.
Yeah, really? Okay, nice. Who thinks they're the funniest bloke down at the football club?
Darcy Cameron.
That is so true.
Yeah, right. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Who's a bit tight with their money at the club?
I haven't been around long enough to find out.
Even better than you can dob them in, because I'll never know. It's great.
I agree. I don't really know.
No?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Because
Okay.
we eat all our meals at the club, so you can't really see who's tight.
I hear you. Being an AFL footballer to you is?
The dream.
Great.
Yeah, it is a dream. That's I'm sorry. It's answering the same answers each time, but yeah.
No, it's true. It's good, mate. It's all good. You've been given the opportunity to do one of only the following things: parachute out of a plane, take a hot lap in a V8 supercar, go hot air ballooning, or swim with the sharks. Which one would you do? One or none?
I'd do the hot air balloon. Yeah,
Nice.
be nice over the city.
Yeah.
I would do all of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Great. I can see that. Excellent. Well done. I have that envision about you. I like it. What's your favourite ground to play on around Australia and why?
MCG is awesome, but around other than Melbourne, probably go Adelaide Oval. It's just the grass is unbelievable, and the fans are really hyped up. So it's always fun to get a win when you go over there.
That's good. Great answer.
Anywhere but the Gabba.
Not a happy stomping ground anymore, mate? Yeah, okay. All right, I get it. What's better for you, mark or goal of the year?
Goal of the year.
Goal of the year.
I'll probably go Mark.
Yes, good. I like it. Excellent. You're a contestant on a reality TV show. What sort of a TV show is it?
I'd like to go on like Survivor or something like that. Yeah, it'd be pretty fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
My girlfriend will hate this, but I'm an avid maths fan, so I'd have to go on maths.
Nice. She'll never find out. It'll be fine. That's good. Yeah, right. Oh, that's good. You find a car park in a shopping centre. Do you drive straight in or do you reverse in? Which one are you?
Yeah, reverse.
Reverse.
Yeah.
Try find one where you can drive through like to two parks. So
nice.
I'll go and do laps until I do that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
Chess, not
good.
checkers.
Yeah. I like that question because the reverses are the quick getaway, but you like that's like ultra comfort.
Yeah, just
you know.
easy, chill.
Oh, I like it. Well said. Well said. What do you think when you see a poster or merchandise of yourself?
Don't see it very often. So.
Yeah, same. Don't see it too often, but I think it's pretty coll when you see that.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Last couple of questions here. What's your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
I actually met a girl for the first time on the weekend with my number, so yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, cool. That's great. Awesome.
No, it makes me very happy. It's pretty, yeah, you pinch yourself, you're like, wow, that's cool. That person is one of your favourite players.
Yeah.
So thinks that, yeah.
Well said, mate. Well said. I like it a lot. Last question here for you. Should tomato sauce be kept in the fridge or the cupboard?
You Jack Crispo here. I said in the fridge. Once opened, in the fridge. Before it's open, you can be in the cupboard.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in a pantry household, but now that I'm on my own, I'm a fridge dude. Yeah, so
Right.
yeah, I like the fridge. It's good.
If you don't gather that this boy's a nice, logical thinker, right? That's what all those questions are about. That's brilliant. Daniel and both Patrick, please, thank you very much. They've been wonderful. I just need to talk about our next couple of shows. Our next show will be on April the 26th at the Mulgrave Country Club, where we'll have from the Collingwood Football Club, Jack Ginnivan and Isaac Quaynor, both live on the panel. If you need tickets for that, get onto it because we're up at nearly capacity already. Then on May the 3rd, we'll have from the Richmond Football Club, Tom Lynch and Jacob Hopper, again live from the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill. Then moving further into May, on the 17th of May, I've had to change this date, we'll be heading to the Craigieburn Sporting Club with Essendon Sam Draper and Mason Redman. That show is nearly at capacity as well. Then on May the 24th, we'll have St Kilda players Jack Still and Rowan Marshall coming to you live from the Mentone RSL, 9 Palermo Street in Mentone. Coming up in May and June, we'll also have shows featuring players from Carlton, Geelong and the Western Bulldogs. Remember, when you're purchasing your tickets, you can only purchase them through the That's Good for Footy website, www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/events, or click on the links in the post. I also just wanted to mention that Sam, thank you, mate. You've been wonderful yet again. Please put your hands together for my sound engineer and to the lovely Sandy sitting next to me. Whilst you're feeling in that, that nice jovial mood, could you please put your hands together for Daniel McStay and Patrick Lipinski? They've been wonderful guests tonight. I'm sure you agree. You've been great ambassadors for the Collingwood Football Club. Great representation. Thanks, boys, for both of you being part of it, first of all. Pick up your microphones. Tell us, did you have a good time? Would you ever come back or we'll never see you again?
Yeah, it was great fun. This was our second time doing it. Yeah. So, yeah, I loved it. And
great.
Thanks for having us on. It was great fun. And thanks for being a great crowd.
Thank you. Beautiful. Dan?
Yeah, thank you. Can't thank you guys enough. It's been a great night and hope you guys got a little bit out of it as well. So thank you.
All right. Well said. I love it. As I said, if you want to get tickets to the upcoming shows, get onto the website. You'll be able to follow That's Good for Footy, get onto the Facebook pages and all of that sort of thing. The last thing that I just wanted to bring up tonight at this show, I just wanted to dedicate this show to Father Bob Maguire. He passed away today, 88 years of age. The reason he meant so much to us is because he married Sandra and I, and to see him pass today was very sad. So our thoughts and prayers go out to all his family, his friends, and everyone associated with all the good work that he's done with that throughout the community for homeless people and looking after the Indigenous and so forth, he's just was an absolute treasure of a man. So rest in peace, Bob. You'll be sadly missed. All I wanted to say now is my name's Damien. This has been the That's Good for Footy panel shows. We hope you guys have had a good time. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching and see you. Ciao.
That's good for footy. That's good for footy. That's good for footy. It's good for footy. That's 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 good for footy.